Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Let's go! Time of the ending! 54! Right, 54! Come on, baby, come on, let's go!
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Mike 54! Mike 54!
On 2nd down, Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
3rd and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Here's Bridgewater. And he finds Cook. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 35.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Kamara try the right side. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. A give to Kamara running right. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. On 2nd down, it's Murray. And he's got room. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. 22 yards. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now. Push the outlaw. Check 56. Back to run. There's the run.
On first and 10, Bridgewater. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. To throw is Bridgewater. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's A.J. Klein, the linebacker. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 15 yards on the play, first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle.
And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jared Cook. 47 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, Three things can happen, and two of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
On the ground, this is Kamara. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And he's going to take this one back to... the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go, D.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down. Bridgewater now. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Bridgewater to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. Well, we got a second. Let's look ahead to Week 7 and what's on the slate. Things start out Thursday night. Kansas City at Denver, divisional battle.
Suddenly an interesting game. Kansas City having lost their last 2, and Denver now playing defense as we expected. But how about the NFL 100 game of the week? Oakland at Green Bay, a rematch of Super Bowl II.
Also have New Orleans at Chicago and Philly visiting Dallas on Sunday night.
That is a huge one in the NFC East.
Yeah, both teams 3-3. The winner will have the lead in that division. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now Kamara. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. First throw now for the backup Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit and forced the field goal.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. First and 10. Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To the air again with Bridgewater. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
21. Keep it up. Keep it up. Shift.
Now Breeze. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple.
Intercepted by the Saints. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I got one.
The final shot before half for Breeze. He's going to try and go deep again. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Now Bridgewater. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Throwing. Bridgewater. Out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater, and he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. To throw, Bridgewater. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell. Okay, now I want to revisit what we were doing earlier, contender versus pretender. We did the AFC, let's rock the NFC here. Starting with the New York Giants.
Pretender, but much improved.
Okay, NFC North, how about the Vikings?
Contender, no doubt about it.
Carolina in the South, what do you think there?
Contender and ascending.
Okay, quarterback play has become a good thing for them. Finally, out west, how about the Arizona Cardinals?
Pretender, the division's just way too tough. There are 3 teams better than them.
Again, it's Kamara. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Demario Davis there on the stop.
Two kills. Small. Go.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the
Undercrunch. Sammy!
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Ready! Yellow lady!
54 Mike. Man.
Over!
I got you. Check nickel.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down and 1.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Watch twist! 5-9. Check. Greystone, travel. Hey, Q.
They're going to run it with Murray. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On the ground, Kamara. Whoosh. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe he'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Throwing is Bridgewater. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Bridgewater. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
4th down, they're going. Bridgewater. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now.
Next to score, Saints 30, Saints 7. Will Lutz set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
It'll be a Saints first down on the pickup of 13. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Bridgewater again. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. And again, it's Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him. And then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. I'll be heading to the hotel. Charles, he's off to Bourbon Street.
No, I'm not.
Yes, we say so long from New Orleans.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Eno. Think I'm part Italian.
Welcome back in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. It's the Texans in control of the football as we wind our way toward a conclusion in the fourth quarter.
Here's the tag. 19. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Watson throwing quickly to Hopkins. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 26 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's Murray running right. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run here. It's Murray. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. They'll try and run with Murray. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Up to make the stop, the Texans' leading tackler a year ago, Zach Cunningham. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. A good pickup. They get 8, but it's 3rd down now.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard on the 3rd down throw, and that leads to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Latavius Murray getting set to go again. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Ready? You ready? Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
They go back to Murray on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They run again with Murray. He's seen a ton of action tonight. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
95-56.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football
Yeah.
where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for the Texans, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look... This is the development trait. Superstar and Superstar X-Factor players will progress faster over time. This is the abilities tab. Here you can see what abilities a player has. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.